If you've ever built or facilitated a workshop before, you might be aware of how hard it is to keep track of all the tools that you need to build the learning experience you want to give to your participants. For example, you might use a Google Doc or a Microsoft Word file to store the learning objectives and learning outcomes. You might use an Excel or spreadsheet for all the timings of the activities that you're doing. And you might use Miro, Mural, or some other digital whiteboard to make things more flexible and fluid in the brainstorming phase. Now, at Studio Pragmatics, myself and Alan are both software designers as well as workshop facilitators and instructors at university. And we wanted to see if we can bring all our knowledge and experience together to create a tool that makes building workshops more fun and more engaging and more organized. So we wanted to share with you this demo that I'm about to show you, and more importantly, get your feedback to see if there's something we can consider or improve before we actually get to coding and building this thing and launching it. So let's jump right in over here, and we have our first screen. This is just a home screen. Again, everything you see here is just a mock-up. Nothing is ready for production. We're still very much in the early stages of brainstorming, but let's go ahead and start building our first workshop. So we're going to click on New Workshop over here, and we see the interface. On the left, a really flexible text editing tool, and on the right, an agenda. So how do these two things work together? The idea is on the left, you can type anything you want. So let's go ahead and do that. We've titled our workshop, written out a small, objective for this workshop, which is a design workshop. And then we have in these blocks, ideas for activities. You can see here there's some times, 2 hours, 1 hour, and then some bullet points and the titles of each activity. At the bottom over here, I remember that I wanted to add some links. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And once my links are added, once I press enter, the system will retrieve the thumbnails of these and put icons next to them to show us what they are. That way it makes it easy to keep track of files that I might not be using in Workshape directly. Next, I'm going to start moving these blocks around. So once I bring this over, we can see that it automatically assumes it's 10 minutes because I had no time written next to it. But what's cool about this is I can just drag it very easily, like in a calendar, and expand the time. Next, I'm going to bring in some more of the blocks, and we can see that for the define stage, for example, it's at 120 minutes next to it, and so it brought that in and made it the right length. Super cool. Now, I remembered that the define stage is going to be something that another facilitator is giving. So to keep things organized, I'm going to click on this and change this color to green. Using these colors, I have a more visual interface compared to just the text and, maybe writing in brackets who's supposed to be giving it. But if I do want to see the text again, I can always click on this icon up here and see the bullets. And I can even click in here and add some more bullets to this empathize stage. So basically, it's still got the flexibility of the text editor, but now it is a simple toggle between the blocks and the bullets. Maybe I want to move the define stage to before empathize, something that would be torturous in Excel or in Word. But usually we use Miro or the whiteboards for something like that. Instead, we can do that in here. And let's say we don't want to work with this define stage anymore. I can just drag it back out. And so now I want to split this into two. On this left side, super flexible, I can go ahead, I've skipped a line, indented the bullet points under the new title, dive deeper into defining, and now I can come back and bring this block into here. Maybe I want a short break after this, so I'll drag over there and I'll type in a short break. Actually, a short break is probably less than 60 minutes, so I'll make that 10 minutes. And to keep everything organized, I'll make this the same orange color as the break for lunch, and so everything is nice and organized here. And you know what? Because this is a flexible tool that allows us to move things back and forth at will. In fact, I realized that I do want the define stage back in here. It's just that I wanted a short break in between the two. And so as simple as that, I have been able to move things back and forth, type, organize in a playful way, and at the end, when I'm done, I can actually create a PDF out of this very easily, send this to maybe the client I'm building this workshop for, and maybe even publish a link so that any attendees that come to my workshop can see the agenda easily and see all the details are involved. So this is our tool. This is what we are trying to bring to the table here, which is creating flexibility, fluidity, and fun around working with time and organizing a workshop. So if this inspired anything or you got any ideas for it, we'd love to hear them from you. You can leave them in the comments or go to our website, pragmatics.studio, and send us an email from there. We'd love to hear from you if you're a facilitator, teacher, workshop giver, or anybody who's involved in creating experiences that are limited by time. So please reach out to us, and we can't wait to see what you have to say about this project. Cheers.